Hello and welcome to Prime News. Now look at the headlines. Mining leases to be renewed as per MMDR Act and state mining lease renewal policy. Government to tell Supreme Court on 13 October expedite SIT probe. Dowry victim Veda alleges that her husband had a plan to kill her and her daughter, left her in-laws' place to commit suicide but could not because of her daughter. Indian children's rights activist Kailash Satyarthi and Pakistani schoolgirl Malala Yousafzai win Nobel Prize. Satyarthi invites Malala to work together for peace. Campaigning in Maharashtra is dangerous. Karyakartas roam with swords and choppers. Go on party workers campaigning in Maharashtra uncomfortable. All India Football Federation puts focus on coach education. FIFA workshop to help academy coaches with latest techniques to train youngsters. And Goa Cricket Association under scanner over financial and administrative issues. Inquiry committee begins investigations. Report to be submitted by 14th November. And now the news in detail. Goa mining leases will be renewed under MMDR Act as mentioned in the mining policy. This will be Goa government's stand in the Supreme Court. Court will hear mining leases renewal case on 13th October. State Home Ministry has ordered SIT to finish investigation of illegal mining case as soon as possible. The fate of mining lease renewal depends on the SIT report on illegal mining.
Goa mining lease renewal case will be heard in the Supreme Court on 13th October. Goa government has prepared the lease renewal policy and it will go by it. Goa will clear in the Supreme Court that mining leases in Goa will be renewed under Section 83A of the MMDR Act. Meanwhile, Home Minister Manohar Parrikar has ordered the SIT to speed up inquiries and investigation in illegal mining case. The fate of mining leases renewal depends on the SIT report. SIT is investigating the matter from last 1 year. Already former mines director Arvind Loliekar is behind the bars in illegal mining case. Meanwhile, central government is planning for amendments in MMDR Act. New amendment proposes auctioning of natural resources. Senior reporter Lokik Shilkar for Prudent.
Dowry victim Veda in her statement before the Panji police has alleged that her husband had a plan to kill her and her daughter. Veda has also stated that she was fed up of dowry demand from her in-laws and had left the place with a motive to commit suicide, but she could not because of her daughter. Veda recorded her statement before Panji police on Friday. Dowry victim Veda with her family members appeared before Panji police on Friday. Husband was also present at the police station. Later, investigating officer recorded Veda's statement in front of a representative of NGO and a translator. Veda stated that her husband demanded dowry from her and her family. A day before, when she had left her in-laws' place, her husband Pramod K was planning to kill her and her daughter.
On the 30th last month, night he has slapped her and he has thrown the baby. Because of that, she escaped. Maybe on the second he was going to work or not. Maybe he was planned something else to her. That's what she thought and she has left the house itself. This is what my sister told and the NGO and police people told.
Veda stated before the police that she was fed up of her husband's torture. Hence, she decided to commit suicide with her daughter. She left husband's rented room at Donapal on 2nd October with her daughter to commit suicide. But when she reached at River Mandavi, she could not commit the act after seeing innocent face of her daughter.
She has tried to get attempted for suicide. That time she looking at the baby, she has decided to go to Mangalore. She has taken that bus ticket for Mangalore. But in middle only she has got on in Udupi and she was crying in the temple. That time old couple saw her and they took her to their house. They convinced, and I don't know what they had done. They kept it for 3 days in their house itself. After convincing her, they only took the ticket for Mysore, and they gave her some amount for going from Mysore to my native place.
Then she decided to go to her friend's place at Mysore, but she faced financial constraints. She was found crying at Mysore bus stop, and some locals informed police, and Karnataka police handed over both of them to her family.
When she get down in the Mysore, she was crying it in the bus stop. One auto guy saw her crying, and he has informed to the nearest police station. That time, the police people took her to the station. They given a call to us. We went and we took her.
Reporter Mukesh Kumar with video journalist Dinesh Karpe for Prudent. At a time when India and Pakistan defense forces are pointing guns at each other on the border, the South Asian neighbors on Friday shared a moment of honor. Indian children's rights activist Kailash Satyarthi and Pakistani schoolgirl Malala Yousafzai have won this year's Nobel Peace Prize. With the prize, Yousafzai, 17, becomes the youngest Nobel Prize winner, and India brought second Nobel Peace Prize.
The Norwegian Nobel Committee has decided that the Nobel Peace Prize for 2014 is to be awarded to Kailash Satyarthi and Malala Yousafzai for their struggle against suppression of young people and children's right to education. Children must go to school, not be financially exploited.
I have been very strongly advocating that poverty must not be used as an excuse to continue child labor and exploitation of children. Child labor perpetuates poverty. Child labor creates poverty. If the children are deprived from education, then they are bound to remain poor for whole of their life. So it's a triangular relationship between child labor, poverty and illiteracy. And I have been trying to raise and fight all these things together.
Right.
I am definitely congratulating her, and I am inviting her to join hands in the new struggle for peace in our subcontinent. And if she is a Nobel laureate for peace, and thank God and thanks to Indian people that I am also a Nobel laureate for the peace. So two of us have to work together hand in hand. And that's a good gesture from the Nobel Committee. And I will definitely invite her. I know her personally, so I will call her and say that, come, let's join hands for that.
It's time for a short break. Stay tuned.